Got a Cardi on me popping when I shoot, I never miss. She gon' ask if I'm in love, I never lie, I plead the fifth. Only want me cause I'm icy and I'm pricey with the fit.
Okay, I want to welcome you guys back to the channel, but before I do get started, I want to thank you guys for all your support lately. I don't know why I decided to thank you at the start of the video instead of the end, but you guys are beautiful. I love every single one of you guys who watch my videos. Your support has been crazy lately, so thank you. So today's video is a request from a guy in the comments. Here's his comment right here. He said, can you do a 5-year 76ers rebuild? I've been here since the first modded rebuild, which is absolutely insane because I haven't posted a modded video in like a year and a half. So that means you are a real OG of the channel. So I love you so much. You are appreciated. And yes, we're going to be doing that in this video. So I don't really have any 76ers related jerseys. I only have one of the 76ers owner, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Why? Logically, why does that make sense?
That was a corny joke. I have a Drew Holiday jersey, aka a former Sixer. But I wanted to make that corny ass joke. So I'm sorry for the corny joke, but I had to make it. As a Bucks fan, I had to. So today's video, I'm going to do it similar to how I've been doing my last videos with more cinematic cuts and more B-roll. So you won't be seeing me do a lot of commentating live because I'm putting a lot more work into my editing side of these videos to make them more higher quality. So a lot of this will be commentated in post, which has become more of a regular thing so far in the last few weeks on the channel. I personally feel like it makes my videos a higher quality because I could use the cinematic recordings that I record in post. It just makes the videos so much more fun to edit and they look a lot better. So screw it. Before I do get started, once again, we got the kombucha, not in the mug, but I left it in the bottle for whatever reason. Before I cut to the post-com, I want to go over the roster live. We are going to be in the world of no untouchables, so anybody is available to trade. Now, our roster, obviously, if you pay attention, even the slightest bit to the NBA in 2022, you know these two are on the block, and Ben Simmons has requested a trade months ago, and he still hasn't been moved by the Sixers organization. He's on a 4-year deal, so his contract is worth a ton. They have some solid young assets. Joel Embiid's going to be untouchable. Obviously, he's one of the best big men in the league, and he's having an MVP caliber season in real life, so he is going to be untouchable. He is the guy. And then Tyrese Maxey, obviously, a really good young asset. I'm not sure what his trade value is in this game, but we're going to figure that out later. Seth Curry, I really like Seth Curry, but he's not going to be untouchable. Andre Drummond's not going to be untouchable. Matisse Thybulle's not untouchable. Nobody's untouchable on this team outside of JoJo. Now, I don't think the Sixers need a complete overhaul of their team. I think the Sixers at the core are a really good team. That is a lot coming from a Bucks fan. But I'm not going to front like I watch a ton of Sixers basketball. But I think the Sixers are a good team at its core. Like Joel Embiid is a great, phenomenal center. I like Tobias Harris's game. Usually his game is similar to Chris Middleton. And obviously I have a Chris Middleton, how do I point to it? Right there. Chris Middleton and Giannis Canvas right there. So I love Chris Middleton. Ben Simmons. Want to be Giannis, but he's going to get up and out of here. I don't know who we're going to trade him for just yet, but we're going to get him up and out of here. I'd like to keep a hold of Tyrese Maxey, but with the amount of assets they have, I don't know if we'll be able to hold on to Tyrese Maxey, even though it is a 5-year rebuild, so holding on to him could be rewarding. I don't know. Let's go. Let's get right into the rebuild. Yeah, let's go. First year of 5. Let's get into it. So the first move I make of this rebuild is the trade I needed to get out of the way, which is the one including Ben Simmons. We somehow get the Thunder to accept a trade including Ben Simmons, a 2023 unprotected first-round pick, and Charles Bassey. And in return, we get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, aka a young, promising point guard on the up and up, averaging 22 points per game in real life, and partnering him with Joel Embiid could be a move that elevates his career to a new stratosphere. And we also bring in Derek Favors, who could be repackaged as another trade piece, or he can play backup center minutes behind Joel Embiid, or backup power forward minutes behind whoever we decide to have start at the 4. Another thing Shai brings to the team is his versatility. He can play the 1 or the 2 guard, which leaves my options open in terms of who I could trade for. If I bring in a young promising 2, he can play the 1. If I bring in a young promising point guard, he can play the 2. So his versatility really helps leave my options open. Oh, and he just signed a 5-year max extension, so we won't have to worry about re-signing Shai at all in this rebuild. Trade number 2 I make right away, I'm shipping Tobias Harris, Seth Curry, a 2024 first round pick, Paul Reed, and another 2022 first round pick, both picks unprotected. We're sending them over to DC for the man Bradley Beal, Isaiah Todd, and then Kyle Kuzma. Originally in the trade, I didn't want Kyle Kuzma, but no matter what deal I threw at Washington, they kept countering with a deal, including Kuzma. They wanted Tyrese Maxey, but somehow I was able to finagle around with a deal to keep Tyrese Maxey in Philadelphia, but instead send Paul Reed and an extra pick over to Washington, D.C. for Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal will come in and instantly start for us at the 2-guard position. In real life, he's averaging 24 points per game this season, though on career low shooting splits for his standard, with 45% from the field and 30% from 3. And then Kuzma comes in having a career year himself, averaging 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists over in DC. He can come in and instantly start at the 4 for us. He's not necessarily old. He's a pretty young player at 26, so I think he could be a nice sleeper starter for us at the 4, and he can definitely hold that position down for the next few seasons. And then the final trade I make for the first season include Derek Favors and Danny Green. On our side, Derek Favors, didn't need him really. Our center depth was fine with Drummond and Embiid, and then Danny Green not needed as well. It's at the end of his for 1-year deal, and our depth at the small forward position was already pretty large, and we throw in a second-round pick and we bring in Max Strus and Duncan Robinson. Max Strus having a career year in Miami, averaging 12 points per game on 42% from 3 on 6.5 attempts per game. An absolute phenomenal season from Max Strus. And then Duncan Robinson, while not having the greatest season in Miami, he's going to be a nice shooter off the bench for us. I don't know how much minutes he'll play because we already have a pretty deep rotation, but Duncan Robinson, regardless, is going to be a great piece to have off the bench and a great floor spacer around Joel Embiid. So here are the regular season awards. If you do care, Giannis wins MVP, Cade Cunningham wins Rookie of the Year, Thad Young wins 6th Man of the Year, and then Giannis also wins Defensive Player of the Year. He goes back to back with MVP and DPOY. Daniel Gafford wins Most Improved Player in Washington, and then our own Doc Rivers wins Coach of the Year. We finished season 1 as the first seed in the East with a 56-26 record. Our top scorer being Bradley Beal with 24.2 points per game, 4.9 assists on 52, 39, and 86 splits. He revitalizes his career in Philly alongside Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid himself averages 23, 14, a steal, and 2 blocks on 50, 36, 78 splits. Shea, our third top scorer, with 19, 5, and a steal on 53, 35, 82 splits. And then Tyrese Maxey backing him up with 14, 4, a steal on 52, 41, 91 splits. He joins the 50, 40, 90 club. Kyle Kuzma, 11, 7, 42, 29, and 72. Not the greatest numbers from Kuzma, but nonetheless not horrendous, even though it's pretty bad from 3. And then Drummond off the bench, 10, 10, a steal, and a block on 49, 0, and 58 splits. So with the Nets being eliminated in the first round and 4 to the Atlanta Hawks, on paper, we have the best chance to go to the NBA Finals and win a championship in this first season. We kind of cakewalked to the Eastern Conference Finals. We faced the 7th-seeded Cavaliers in a series which, in theory, we should be able to absolutely mop them because our team is ridiculous. My live reaction says it all. Here you guys go. How? What? Ain't no way we just got swept in the conference finals by the Cavs. What? 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 Oh my God. So I'm not gonna lie, after that sweeping in the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm pretty upset. In my live reaction, I'm pretty upset. So I do a lot this offseason. I revitalized this squad. First off, my worst fear happened. Bradley Beal declines his player option, but luckily we get him to sign to a 4-year, $176 million deal. It's a 3+1 with a player ETO in the 4th year. And then we get PJ Tucker on a veteran's minimum. And then my first trade of season 2, I feel like Bradley Beal's getting a little old, and I just got him on a max contract, so his contract's going to be worth a whole lot more. He's coming up on 30, and I'm just going to be looking to move him here, and I end up getting a trade from the Cavaliers, which includes Bradley Beal, a 2023 second, and a 2027 unprotected first-round pick, plus Shake Milton, and we bring in Darius Garland and Kevin Love. Darius Garland, first off, is a lot cheaper for half the salary, plus Bradley Beal's coming on 30. We needed to become younger if we wanted to continue to contend, plus Darius Garland has been hooping in real life, playing all-star caliber basketball. Also, Bradley Beal is an 87 overall, which he's starting to regress, and Darius Garland is in his early 20s, passing him already with an 88. So his tendencies and his attributes are just going to produce a lot more for us in the long run. My second trade right off the bat, I'm taking Kevin Love. We're tossing in Jaden Springer, a 2023 second round pick, and Duncan Robinson, and somehow, some way, we got the Clippers to agree to a deal for Paul George and Reggie Jackson. Paul George in his 30s, he's starting to regress. He's only down to an 86 overall, and he's making an absolute bag. But this turns our starting five into, listen closely, Shai Gilgeous, Darius Garland, Paul George, Kyle Kuzma, and Joel Embiid. Now that is a ridiculous starting five, but it sucks because I'm going to blow it up once again. Right after that, I flip Kuzma, Paul George, a 2023 second, and Isaiah Joe for Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart. Now, in this universe, Paul George is in his 30s. He's 34 years old, and he's making $36 million or $40 million, one of the two. And then Kuzma is just a high-value trade asset. And we bring in Jaylen Brown, who's insanely young. He makes less money than Paul George, and he's only going to get better. Plus, we bring in Marcus Smart, who is an elite on-ball defender. And then we also take an aging Reggie Jackson, making $11 million. And we package him with Isaiah Todd in a 2024 second. And we bring in a Sixth Man of the Year candidate in Jordan Clarkson. Now, I recorded all that in one take. I swear to God, if we don't win the championship with this team, I don't know what we're going to do. Why are we losing? What is going on? Are we going to miss the playoffs? Bro, are we about to miss the playoffs? 2K, what is going on, 2K? Our team is ridiculous. How are we losing? We gave up 142 points to Memphis? I'm disgusted. I am disgusted with 2K right now. I am legit disgusted with 2K. Here's the awards if you want to see. Paolo Banchero, 23 points in his rookie year is crazy. But I am disgusted. This team is a play-in team. This team is in the play-in tournament. Are you serious, 2K? 2K. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get how we're in the play-in tournament. Losing fucking 5? Yeah, I was pretty upset. We were a play-in team with a core of Joel Embiid, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Darius Garland, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, and Max Strus, and Jordan Clarkson. We're not going to forget Jordan Clarkson. So, this offseason, we made more humongous changes. First off, free agency. We re-signed Darius Garland to an absolute bag. We signed him to a 5-year max deal. We re-signed Max Strus to a team-friendly MLE contract, and then we sign in a role player in Jeremiah Robinson Earl, who is a solid center off the bench, and then we re-sign Matisse Thybulle, who can continue to produce at an elite level defensively. And in terms of player progression, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Darius Garland progress up to 90s, so now we have 3 guys in the 90 overall club, and Tyrese Maxey increases to an 83. And now come the trades. I feel like if we're going to go from play-in to NBA champion, we need to make huge decisions here. It's only the 3rd season, so we do have time, but I want to win a chip as soon as possible. So we take Jaylen Brown, a 2027 second round pick, and a 2028 unprotected first round pick, and we send it over to Chicago for Zach LaVine and a 2025 unprotected first round pick. Getting back that first round pick made it all worthwhile for me. I feel like the Jaylen Brown, Zach LaVine, in terms of this universe, not in real life, obviously in this universe, I feel like it's a wash. So Zach LaVine's slightly better, but they're pretty close. I feel like in terms of production, they're both pretty equal. So we bring in Zach LaVine, and that first round pick made it all worthwhile. And then our second trade we make this offseason, we send Marcus Smart and our 6th Man of the Year, love Jordan Clarkson, plus a 2025 unprotected first and a 2028 second. And we bring in the big man at the trade who I really wanted was Jonathan Isaac, because we were short at the power forward possession. We didn't really have a starting caliber power forward, so John Isaac brings some much needed defense to that starting 5 alongside Joel Embiid. Him and Joel Embiid in the front court are going to be absolutely ridiculous. And then Markelle Fultz was more of a trade filler. He can be flipped with that $17 million contract for a solid role player, which that is a great segue into the final trade we make of this offseason, which is Markelle Fultz, Jordan Bell, and Thanasis Antetokounmpo, and we bring in 2 solid role players, Monte Morris, who is up to an 80 overall, and a 79 overall Obi Toppin from New York. And I think that gives us a really, really well-rounded bench unit. You know what's crazy? When your team is so good that the 3 seed is underachieving. Like, my team is so good, bro. Like, I built such a good team that the 3 seed is underachieving. It's underachieving. It really is. Unless we win the title, bro, if the okay, we beat the Cavs in 7. I was going to say if the Cavs beat us again, because the last time we played the Cavs, they swept us. If anyone's beating this team, bro, I don't understand how we lose games. Like, we have the bench depth. We have the bench depth. We go 10 deep to Jeremiah Robinson Earl. We have the bench depth. We have the starting 5. How we lose games is beyond me. It's beyond me. Okay, Eastern Conference Finals. This team is, the Raptors are good. The Raptors are good, but we're better. Ooh, we're in the finals. Finally, we're in the finals, bro. We're finally in the finals. Oh, I swear to God, if we lose in the finals, I swear to God, 2K. 2K. Thank you. 2K, please. Please, 2K. Please, 2K. Please, 2K. Please, 2K. 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 Oh, 2K, I love you. 2K, I love you. 2K, I love you. I love you, 2K. How? What? We finally did it. It is about damn time. We finally completed the Sixers rebuild. It's a 5-year rebuild, but we completed it in 3, so we're not going to go all 5 years because we won a chip. Oh my God, we won. We won a chip. We won a chip. It only took us 3 seasons with 3 ridiculous teams, but I think this is the best team we've ever had, the most well-rounded team we've ever had. Oh my Lord, we made it. We made it. Chuck that bitch, Darius. Oh my God, we did it. Oh, this feels sweet. Why is my face cam not recording? I don't know. Why does my face cam decide it doesn't want to record? I know for a fact I hit record on it. Why is it? Okay, I guess this video is going to be without face cam. I know for a fact I hit record on the face cam. Why it? Okay, my face cam's bugging. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. But it's recording in little 9-second segments. I don't know, bro. I don't know what's wrong with my face cam. I really don't. We're not going to run with the face cam. Oh, Joel Embiid, Finals MVP. If I sound exhausted, it's because I am. 52 minutes of recording. Oh, let's go. This is all I was waiting for. It took us 3 seasons to get here, but we did it. We completed the 76ers rebuild with this team. Joel Embiid, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Darius Garland, Zach LaVine, Tyrese Maxey, John Isaac, Monte Morris, Max Strus, Obi Toppin, and Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Korkmaz, Matisse Thybulle, Evan Fournier, Cabin Gale. Okay, that's it. Oh. Bro, the season 1 was bullshit. Season 1 was bullshit. We had the best team in the league, and we got swept by the champions. It's okay, though. So I know my face cam cut out, but I brought my face cam back for the outro. If you enjoyed, as always, make sure to show some love down below. It's free. It only helps a little community here grow. We did it. This one was for you, DJ. I love you guys. You're beautiful. Peace out.